word of welcome to any who are guests with us today. I know we have some from the military academy and from the Naval Academy guests in town for the big game yesterday, quasi-miraculous. Army won, 14 years. Somebody was praying hard. Someone said they saw the Army chaplain kneeling in the end zone praying the rosary, so I don't know. Profound message this morning, theological message, this third Sunday of Advent. A profound message. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. You know, when you hear Christmas stories, there's usually two characters. One promoting the spirit of Christmas and one killing it. We think of Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge in the Christmas Carol. He was selfish. He couldn't open his heart. He says he was cold-hearted. Someone came to ask for a donation for the poor at Christmas, and he was rich. And he said maybe they're better off dead, dying, starvation, to decrease the surplus population in the world. Cold-hearted. Don't be a Scrooge. Another children's story, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. The Grinch was this creature who didn't like it when people were happy because he was never happy. It says his heart was 2 sizes too small. So at Christmas time, he tried to steal the happiness of other people. He went into their homes and stole the Christmas presents and the Christmas food on Christmas Eve. But then Christmas morning, he heard them singing Christmas carols and being joyful. He couldn't understand why. He learned the lesson that joy doesn't come from stuff. Joy comes from faith in God and care for each other. Perhaps Christmas means a little bit more than presents. So don't try to steal people's joy. Don't be mean. How does this play out? It's a busy time of year. We can be stressed. We're trying to get things done, but we forget why we're getting things done. And if people get in our way or slow us down, we get frustrated and angry. But the point of Christmas is God and others. It's not stuff. We're getting stuff as gifts for others, but it's the other who's the goal. Remember that. And so these next 2 weeks of Advent and in the weeks of Christmas, try to keep that perspective. My brother-in-law was on Thanksgiving morning at a Wawa getting a cup of coffee. It was a leisurely morning. He didn't have to go to work. He could probably finish the whole cup of coffee, sit down and enjoy it. And there was quite a few other people who had the same idea that morning. There was a long line. And then he heard from the back of the line, isn't anybody working around here? Why is this taking so long? And it kind of stole my brother-in-law's joy. I mean, this was a good thing. We're all here together. We're at leisure. Who's the grump? And my brother-in-law thought, well, really, no one should be working here today. It should be closed because the people working here should be at home relaxing too. Thank God it's open and I can get a cup of coffee. And here you're complaining. Right? That little comment seems like not so big deal, but it stole people's moment. I had the privilege of being at the Army-Navy game last night. I was rooting for Army too. Maybe that's why they won. I don't know. But there was a man coming into our aisle. Those rows are tight. And he and his wife were all bundled up, and they accidentally kicked over someone's beer. They didn't realize it. They kept moving and sat down. And this person got up and said, hey, you spilled my beer. And they didn't hear them. Hey, you spilled my beer. And then they're embarrassed and everyone's looking. Like, what do you want them to do? They spilled your beer. It's already spilled, okay? Let it go. Or is it worth taking away their joy, embarrassing them on this good day? It's a beautiful day, weather-wise. What a privilege to be here. But no, you gotta be the Scrooge. Where does this often come into play for ourselves? Where are we tempted? Often in confession it comes up, Father, I lose my temper in the car. I get angry. People are going too slow or people are going too fast. People leaving too big a gap between the cars or people too close to the car in front of them. Road rage. My brother was driving with his wife and someone cut them off. And his wife lost her temper and said something she shouldn't say. And then the other person pulled up and said something they shouldn't say. And then she said, do something to my brother. He's like, I'm not going to do it. We have children in the car. Right? What am I supposed to do? Are we supposed to have a fight now? I mean, something stupid, someone too close, no big deal, let it go. They don't know us, we don't know them. It's not personal. It could have escalated. Once when I was young, we were going to a high school football game, championship. Again, a good day, this is cool. We're going to see the championship game, all is well. We're going down 995, someone cut us off. My friend pulled over, made a gesture that he shouldn't have made. This person pulled over, pulled in front of us, slammed on the brakes on 995. We plowed into the back of their car. We pulled off to the side to look, the guy pulled out a gun. We pulled out on the highway and took off. Why did that just happen? Why did you say, I mean, you said it and then he said it and then, why do we do that? So as Catholics, our job is not to escalate it, but to de-escalate. Maybe that's a take-home. Be a de-escalator. Escalators bring things up, right? They ramp up the anger. Cool it down. That's our job. Jesus came to set things right. Isaiah says he's coming to help people who are sick. He's coming to help people treated unjustly. But he does it through us. We are supposed to be the conciliators. We're supposed to be the calm ones. God needs us to do it. To set things right, to bring peace on earth. One way, because it is a struggle in the car, right? People don't drive the way we think they should. The way we expect them to. But I always find it curious, like how many days in a row are you going to expect people to drive a certain way and they not drive that way? When are you finally going to get it that people don't drive that way? Is it 10 days, 100 days, 10,000 days? Like, when are you going to get it? If you just change your expectation, you would be so relaxed. I'm amazed we don't die on the road. You have thousands of people going 70 miles an hour, 16-year-olds and 76-year-olds. People who immigrated from Rome, I like to drive like the Romans. They don't drive the way Germans do. Why do we expect everyone to drive the way we drive? It's really so unrealistic, isn't it? And yet we do. So what are some ways we can calm ourselves down? One is change your expectation. Expect the unexpected and you won't be surprised. Just don't expect anything. Just respond to what happens. Secondly, pray more in your car. It really is a little oasis if you just turn off the radio, calm yourself down, say a decade of the rosary, maybe listen to Christian music. Some of us listen to loud music and we're all amped up and the slightest thing sets us off. Change your expectation, pray in the car. And then third, a little simple device. Instead of saying something you shouldn't say, think of something that you can say. Have like this little phrase you say when you get annoyed. Someone cuts you off, okay? I don't know why this is my phrase, but I just say, Enrique, okay? Enrique, okay? So whatever works for you, just come up with a little line. It's much better, right? The best line would be, God bless you. God bless you. But it works, right? We have to be the one. If we're not going to be the ones, who is? We're coming here, we're getting grace, we're getting encouragement and challenged by God to go out. So the simple message, don't be mean. Don't be Scrooge, who's selfish. Don't be the Grinch, the one who tries to steal people's Christmas joy, but rather with Jesus, help to set things right. Amen.